Hey guys, welcome back. So today I am here in Prampram and I am with this man here who you should know by now, Rush.
Rush, yeah.
Hey,
Dela.
Rush, how you doing?
Thanks for
You
coming
good?
again. I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm really good.
All right,
I'm really good. It's good to see you again. It's been a while.
Of course, yeah. Like 4-6 months.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Damn.
About 6 months, I think, yeah. Yeah. Good to have you back.
Thank you.
Good to have you back. Not to have you back, but back on this is my personal land that we are starting on right now.
Standing on holy grounds.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. I invited you back today because you helped a lot of people acquire land in this area.
Yes.
So I'm like, yeah, the video is old.
This land was really, really good. A lot of people really like this land. When I put that video out about Prampram and the land was for sale, a lot of people really jumped on it. I think because of the way this place is organized, it's really nice and organized. And I said it in the last video, there's like a tranquil feeling about this area. My hair's blowing.
Because we're close to the beach, by the way. So
how close are we?
right now, because the roads are not, done, it's 10 minutes if you drive. But in the future, you are looking at 5 minutes to drive there.
That's not bad,
So
is it?
what we get is the ocean breeze.
Yeah.
Because it's actually very hot in Ghana, but not here. So you can build without even using AC in this area and you'll be fine.
Yeah. That's really nice. Yeah. Okay, so we're actually standing on your plot of land. So
Right.
you kept one for yourself.
Yes. So usually it depends, but here I feel like one is enough. It's 150 acres to begin with. Last time you came here was left with like about 70. Now it's left with 20 acres.
28, wow.
Yeah, so we're almost done selling out here. But we are still on my personal land. I wanted to organize for workers to pull up the wall, let people know, behind me, all that. These are clients that bought from me and your clients as well. I don't know exactly who this belongs to, but people are working. It's really peaceful out here. The machine was digging the foundation. He just took a break now. He's not here. These are my stuff. It's a title land, clean. This area has a lot of potential. There's a lot of estates around. There is electricity right there. I mean,
is there water in the area as well?
Yeah. I mean, it's not on this land yet, but it will come. But for the meantime, if you build, you can use a borehole.
But this is actually probably a great time to buy because when there's nothing on the land, that's when it's cheaper to buy. But once things start coming, then the price starts to go up.
It becomes more expensive. I mean, I started selling this land at 65,000. And now it's 85,000. Last time you were here was 75,000.
Yes.
And I'm on a mission to hit 100,000. As a matter of fact, if it were up to my partners, if it was up to my partners, it would be 100,000. But I'm like, nah, that's a big of an increase because that's the price in this area.
Oh, really? So you're actually underpricing yours? I'm
underpricing it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm underpricing it. People are selling for 100, 120. They can ask around. That's how much people are. Selling it for.
Okay.
So the price is good, and I'm like, nah, let's not go from 75 to 100.
Yeah,
it's just too much of a jump.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take it easy, but I'm supposed to, get it to 100,000.
So right now it's going for how much?
85,000.
85,000.
Yeah.
Okay, that's still pretty good because the plot size is what?
70 feet by 100.
70 by 100. That's a decent plot size. Like I've said before, that plot sizes now are way smaller than that. You don't get anything by 100 anymore.
The grid in Ghana gets crazy. But we are still sticking with the 70 by 100. It's a decent size. My house is actually, that's a big house. You've been to my house.
Yeah.
It's on a one plot. We have all the space, parking in the back. So it's one plot. One plot is a decent size.
Yeah.
It's a decent size to do whatever you want to do. Unless you want to build some huge castle with like 10 bedrooms then. You got to go for 2. But other than that, one plot is enough for a residential house.
Yeah. So what are you planning on doing on your land here?
Right here, it's not too far from where I live. I mean, when I say not too far, maybe 40 minutes, 35 minutes. I'm definitely not gonna live here. So what I'm gonna keep is, for the beach vibes. So I'm probably gonna build a very simple 2-bedroom. Clara, my wife, will basically help me with what we have to do here. But it'll be like a vacation home where we come and chill, have a lot of greenery, and the house will be very small. That's the goal. It's very breezy and just chill here, like chill vibes.
You guys should really watch this guy, whatever moves he makes, follow behind in his footsteps because he knows. Like, Rush is very smart. You see him here all humble, he knows what he's doing. So if he himself has bought one and he's going to build something here, listen well, because you should do the same.
Yeah, I was telling people about Fienya. Thank you. I was telling people about Fienya because I had done the research on the road. And the road is going on right now. Now people are now running and it's not as cheap as before.
Right.
A year and a half ago was 44,000 Ghana cedis. Now it's 85,000 Ghana cedis. So
there's fear, I think, when people see that something is so virgin, there's fear that they feel that they're going to be ripped off. But you actually, as a company, you have measures in place to help prevent that, right?
Exactly, yeah. So I have been selling land for maybe, I think getting to 2 years now, a year and a half. I will stick to that, a year and a half. I sell every single land with a guaranteed money back. You've seen the contract.
Yeah.
I mean, I've worked with you closely on multiple transactions, and your clients got their paperwork with no issues and all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I have that guarantee of your money back in case you come on the land, you come to find out there's a dispute. You came to work and somebody just shows up like, this is my land. You don't want to deal with it, I have to give you your money back. Because that was not what you bought for.
Yeah.
You know, so I have that system in place so people can just focus on what they're doing in America rather than working about America or UK without worrying about, is this person? You come to me and you are good to go. I'm in partnership with a company called Skyview, who actually has a title to this because of my reputation and also the contract I put in place. So they were selling this but not as fast as I could, and also the reputation and everything. And now also I'm partnering with people like you and other people to just make sure we sell everything fast to our brothers and sisters out there, because I know when you're buying from me, I've had people who got scammed over and over and over and over again, maybe 3 times, and I've saved them, sold them land and built a house for them. They can check it out on my channel. The testimonials are there, the evidence is there. You have absolutely nothing to worry about. So as far as scam is involved, forget about it. Do you like the place? Like, as far as having issues on the land, that one shouldn't even be part of your thinking.
So, I mean, this area, like, if someone looks right now, when they look at the drone shots and things, okay, so there's not a lot of houses that have come up, but people are building slowly. How long do you think it will be before this place really takes off? Because I can see it's going to be a great community.
I think if I'm being realistic, I think by 5 years time you should see people living here. People are going to start living here like a year from now, but I'm talking about people, you feel comfortable living here, you have neighbors and all that. 5 years, 10 years, this place will be like where I live right now. Because where I live right now, I bought the land in 2016 and it was like this.
Oh, really?
And you've been there.
I've been there.
It was like this. 2016. So it's been less than 10 years, and look at where we are now.
And 5 years is not 5 or 10 years is not a lot of time. It goes really fast. I think by the time you've started building, by the time you've complete, you probably realize that 5 years is even gone.
Exactly.
And then your place is ready.
Exactly. Like in 2 years, people will be living here. Even in a year, I mean, somebody's house is there. Even in a year, people will be living here right there. People are living right there. But I'm saying 5 years, like living, some people want to live in a community where there are people, like there are stores and stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about, 5 years. 10 years, you are living in like a whole like community where everything is almost like done. Like all the lands are sold out unless somebody want to resell or something like that. That's what we are looking at for 10 years. But 5 years, if you plan on living on this land 5 years, it's great. You'll be in a position like how I am right now.
Okay. So I want to touch on something, because one of my clients was asking about registration, right? So she bought a plot of land from you, and she wanted to move the documents into her name, and then you suggested that, well, you can do that if you want to, but you don't necessarily have to, but you can start building, right? So just explain a little bit about that process and why you don't necessarily have to immediately transfer the documents from your company into...
So I will get into that. When you buy the land, you get an indenture and a site plan, and these two documents together, site plan is basically the measurements of the land on the earth. Like, there is no other location with those documents. It will bring you to here, no other document. No other site plan with different coordinates will bring you here. It's that unique. You have that, and then you have an indenture that's coming from us to you that shows that we have transferred our interest. So although the property is registered under our name, when you come on the ground, the difference is you are not in the land commission system if you haven't registered it yet. So if somebody go do a search, it will still show that we own the land. But if somebody come on the ground, you can stop that person and show like, hey, not even us can stop you because we issued our right and you have proof that you paid us. So we can't stop you. We have already lost it, even though you have not registered it yet. However, you can lose those documents. Also, after you finish building, the area becomes expensive and you want to register it, it becomes more expensive. So you don't necessarily have to run and go do it before you do anything on the land. Me personally, I secure my land first before registration. I'm talking about war. That's more important. Taking possession is very important in court and physically, because you can register. I'll give you a perfect example. My car wash, some people were living on there. Sold it to me. There was a business. They had a title. I transferred the title to my name. I went to work, and somebody was saying the land belongs to him. So that experience tells me that they lived there for 25 years, operated a business for a restaurant for like 15 years and a car wash for like 12 years before I came in. and they had a title, everything. They had buildings there. And somebody came like, this is my land. So after that experience, nothing is going to tell you the land, nobody's going to show up until you come and work.
Yeah.
Nothing. So no amount of you're going to win in court. I won in court. If you're the rightful owner, you are going to win. But do you really want to go through all of that if I'm guaranteeing your money back in 6 months? I would think you want to work on the land within 6 months.
Yeah.
Do you get where I'm coming from? Like if I were me, and I'm buying something from a company that's in 6 months, what's more important to me is to go and test the land than registration.
Right.
Because the registration I can do right after. But what if I register it and then I come to work and there is an issue? You're going to win in court, but maybe you don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
That's why I give people that guaranteed money back. I'm not saying you're going to go through that, but I treat people how I want to be treated.
Yeah.
So that will be my fight. Take your money and go.
Yeah.
And then I'll fight whoever wants to fight. But if you are patient for me to fight it, fine. It hasn't gotten there yet, but that's why I give that. Like, you can take the land, you can take your money. The land I know is ours, we're going to get it back and we're going to sell it. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's a great guarantee because I don't think I've heard of somebody else offering such a guarantee as that. So that's really unique. It gives people, buyers, peace of mind. Do you know what I mean? That their money's safe. Because that's what we want. We all just want our money to be safe, right?
The land market in Ghana is very murky. It's not black and white. When people do the search and stuff and they think it's black and white, it's really not. I mean, I'll give you an example in Afenya. Afenya land, there are portions of land that's been registered by some people, but they don't own the land. Why? Because there's a judgment that you won't know about in Land Commission. Right. It's not going to the registration, 4,000 acres. So they can go ahead and sell you the land, and now you come and meet my guys and you can't work. Because there is a judgment that repossesses all the land.
Oh, so you can have all your paperwork, but you don't know that there is a judgment on the land?
Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes.
Yeah.
There are people who own land and they later on end up paying for the second time and stuff like that.
I know somebody that paid 4 times for the land.
The land market is crazy. That's why I'm in here to just save people from all that. It's a headache if you're not in the game. As far as like to understand it fully, I had to go to court and be through a lot of things to really understand it.
Yeah,
you're not gonna understand it until you've been through it. And some people just don't have the heart for it. I mean, my situation, even my mom was begging me to leave the guy, but I'm like, nah, I will die before I let this guy take my land.
He wasn't giving up. No.
Yeah, so some people just don't have the heart for it. They don't have the time.
Yeah.
The guy maybe thought, I'm from America, I was fresh in the market.
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't be around to fight him, or I would be scared. He was trying to blind me with a lot of paperwork and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I was the rightful owner. Yeah. Some people you just don't have the time. You're not here. You don't have the energy. You don't have the money to fight. I ended up spending like $5,000 when I was done fighting it.
Really?
In legal fees.
That's like a land by itself.
Yeah, but the land was expensive. I think it was $83,000, so it was worth it. Imagine fighting for a $5,000 land with $5,000.
That's crazy.
But that's what you're going to pay the lawyer.
Yeah,
they will charge you. The lawyers, they charge.
It's true.
So I'm here to guarantee you that you don't have to go to court. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Something goes wrong, take your money. Yeah, no. I'll fight it. Because we are fighting for 150 acres. It makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't have to fight for one plot.
So did you know you were going to go into this before you came to Ghana?
Oh, hell no.
You fell into it.
I fell into it with experience, my own ordeal. And people actually wanted to buy land from me by me genuinely sharing some research that I've done. As you mentioned, that if you see Rush buying, I say the same thing with Malcolm. If I see Malcolm,
then you know.
I know.
This is the next place. Yeah.
If I see Malcolm, I'm in there. But basically, people were asking for, after I educated them about the road expansion, genuinely just sharing where you should buy land because of the appreciation that will come. Earlier, I was telling you guys about Boteman. Boteman, that's where they have the All African Games. They have a studio there. Yeah. Before that, a plot of land there was like $9,000, $10,000. Immediately when they did the road, it's $85,000, $90,000.
Can you imagine if you bought your profit?
Yes. Yeah, so it's the research. If you knew this was going on, or even, our politicians, when they hear these things in the market like this is about to happen, they go in, a lot of them have a lot of land because they have like first-hand information. Right? So you have to, if you hear something like that, you have to. Right now, if I were them, I would be running to Afenya as well. Here they are doing the road at Dowenya. If you know this, it's inevitable, right? That the price is going to go up drastically with this new development that comes in.
But you might not know that unless you're on the ground here, right?
That's why we are here to give them the service.
Follow Rush. See everything.
Yeah. So people were asking for land for my education. And I didn't have any land to sell, but I have been through the court system and all that. So I knew how careful I had to be and stuff like that. So I took it up on myself to do the necessary work and bring them some genuine properties. And I've done so, sold land to over 100 people.
Yeah.
I don't want to say the real numbers because I don't want you guys to put out the calculations and, you know, the
This
calculator
is his salary. Yeah.
But I've sold land to a lot of people. People are happy. People are building their houses.
Yeah.
People are genuinely happy. Some of them are like family now. And there's so much joy other than the money. It's like helping people acquire something that's tangible that will be there for. Some people live in their house forever, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, so I want to ask you, because I know some people are a bit weary of leasehold. They feel like they don't own the place if it's leasehold. What would you say to that?
Yeah. The good thing is you asked the right question, because I got new insights on this from a lawyer who was actually part of the team that created the new law act. So previously, leasehold has been around for a long time, but it was only in prime areas like airport residential, those places. You will lease, right? Some of it is coming from the government, they will lease it. But what they have to understand is when the lease is up, you're not buying the land again. So we will get there. You're not buying the land again. We will get to that point. Freehold, why freehold was stopped, let's get to that. Freehold was in certain places. That means when you buy the land, you can just tuck it in your arms forever, and your generation, you don't have anything to worry about. You don't have to pay anything to anybody. Yeah. That's it, it's forever. That's what it says in the leasehold. You are buying it forever. I have a few. The Ducrom land that I just, farmland I just sold was freehold. Right now, you cannot buy freehold from a chief. Let's get to that. You cannot buy a freehold from any chief, like the Alodio owners. Yeah. You can't buy a freehold from them. This is why they changed it. So a chief, let's say I'm a greedy chief, right? Rush the greedy chief. I come in, I have 4,000 acres to my name as a chief. Yeah. I'll make sure I sell all that 4,000 in my lifetime, forever. And now I die, and the next one comes and there is nothing left for them. Wow. There is no taxes, there is nothing for them to, there's nothing for them to eat. They start causing issues. That's why right now, in some prime areas of Accra, a friend of mine was just telling me, they will come airport residential, come to try to sell the front of your house for somebody to put a, they had to stop him with national security, So they took that power from the chiefs who might abuse it and sell everything in their lifetime. So you can lease it. But then the next generation don't get to sell the land again, but when your lease has expired, you pay a percentage. It's a percentage, it's like maybe like 10% or something.
Of the original price of what you bought it for?
Of the value at the time.
At the time, or the new value?
No, at the time. At the time. At the time of the lease registration. You pay about 10%. There's a calculation to it, but it's nothing that will break your bank. Let me give you an example. I have a friend in New York. You think in America you own this forever, so let's do this calculation. Yeah. He has a house in New York. He pays $16,000 every year for property taxes. When I did that in 99 years, that's the lease period. It was 2-point-something million. You think you're going to pay that amount for 10%? You're not. You're going to pay like $20,000, $15,000, depending on it. If somebody's in Leasehold, that's somebody going to pay like $10,000, like $15,000 for additional 45 years. I think it's fair. There are people in the UK paying that a year. So why don't you want to? I feel like people don't respect Africa. Like, they want everything to be just like different. Forever. Like, we don't deserve anything. But when you go to America, UK, you pay your property tax every year or you will lose it. Yeah. Or you will lose it. So
that does make sense. So to keep the wealth going in the country, right? So how do you generate money? Yeah. So it's a revenue generation for the stools and stuff like that. You also pay ground rent. You're going to pay ground rent. Some people don't know about ground rent. They see that in the lease and they, oh my God, it's not expensive. 200 cities every year. 200 cities, bro. That's like $15. Charlie, if I go KFC right
some
now.
People, I had someone who was so mad that they're charging. Yes.
200 cities.
Because they've never heard of ground rent before. So I want to put that there. 200 cities a year. Some places here is 100 cities a year. But when you do the math, the chief that owns like 5,000 acres. Yeah. If you do the math, 5,000 acres times 5, because you might get like 5 times 5, you get like 25,000 times. That's a lot of money. So for you, it's not killing you, but for the chiefs, every year they get money a lot of money for the community. People have to understand these things. You know what I mean? It's like $8 for the year.
You can drop that and not know.
Somebody was mad. You buy that in coffee, you buy a Starbucks. That's it.
For the whole year.
It's really not a big deal. Nobody's trying to rip you off. Yeah. It's a system that they have carefully thought of. And I know everybody wants a freehold, including myself.
Yeah.
But I don't stress about it because I actually understand the system. I don't stress about it. Is look at it as your property. You are paying your property taxes.
Yeah, I think that's really good that you've explained that, because I know that when people have contacted me in the past about purchasing a property, that thing always comes up. But it's leasehold. I don't want leasehold. But now you've explained it, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
And you're not buying like all over again at today's current price.
No, you're not. And freehold is very hard to come by.
Oh, very.
I've sold a lot of land. I've came across 2 freehold.
Yeah.
The chief cannot give you freehold. So you're coming from the individual. And if the individual is me, I'm going to lease it.
Yeah.
So that my kids can get that little token.
Right.
I'm not going to give you the freehold.
Absolutely.
But if you get the freehold, you might pay extra. Like I have a lady in the breed where we're doing something on the land commission, but she has freehold. If you're an individual who bought a freehold, you can give what you have. In law, there's something you can give what you have.
Yeah.
You cannot give what you don't have. Right? So when you're saying there's a leasehold, there's a freehold, if my land is leasehold, like here it's leasehold, I can't give you freehold. It will be fraudulent.
Yeah.
You can't even register it. I can only give you what I have.
Wow.
So if I have 80 years, which is the case here, and it's since 2018, so it's left for like 73 years,
Yeah.
I can only give what I have, what's left.
73 years, yeah.
That's what I can give you. And then after 73 years, like I said, you might end up paying like some $2,000, $3,000 to renew it. It's not the end of the world.
It's really not.
It's not the end of the
Just start
world.
saving from today. By the time the time comes, you've got your money sitting there.
$3,000 for...
If that's a problem for you.
I have a friend who, they have a property in Airport Residential. They're like, a plot of land is going for like $500,000. And they pay like $5,000 to that one to the government because it was leased. It's not the end of the world.
That's really not
So
bad.
stop torturing yourself in your head. It's not that serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's really not that serious. But yeah.
I
But I completely understand that freehold, just knowing that you feel good.
Yeah.
But
You can't.
it's not a lot of them. It doesn't exist. Certain places you can never get it. East Legon, you're not gonna get it.
You're not. Yeah.
A Bree area, there were a lot of freeholds for the previous buyers. So if you get lucky, you have somebody who's the Eastern region is a lot of freeholds in the past. So if somebody's reselling, then you can get lucky in that regard. But setting out to find freehold, you're actually out for you're actually out to struggle before you do find it.
Okay, so just as a final question for my subscribers, Rush, this land is gonna go up. How soon are you planning? Let me help my subscribers out small. Let me help you guys out.
I had to fight for your subscribers. I was in the boardroom. They said no, let's increase this to 100,000 because they have actually reserved a portion that is not gonna go on the market until it's 100,000. That's the front portion of the main road. And I'm like, no. I'm not gonna go from 75 to it was 70 when you came here, I think.
I think it was 70.
It was 70 when you came here, and then went to 75.
Yes,
and now we are 85. That's how much it is now. But I can see 2 months, 3 months gonna go to 100,000. I just didn't want to jump from 75 to that because that's the price in the area. We are underselling.
You guys hear that? So if you're thinking about buying this one, you better buy it fast before the price goes up, because once it goes up, it's not, prices don't come down in Ghana. They go up and they just keep going up.
Exactly.
So
and there's only 20 acres left, so.
It's not a lot, is it?
Not a lot.
One person can buy it.
Yeah. I had somebody buy 125 acres. 125 acres. So yeah, one person can easily buy it.
Yeah, definitely.
But the difference is what's left is like certain pockets. So if you buy it, it's not gonna be all together.
Oh,
yeah. But people have money, and people have money to spend. Why you guys look? I have people give me like over $300,000 for a piece of land, and they got their land. So that $5,000, $10,000 is money. I understand, but you take it easy. I am not here to take anybody's money. We are here to do legit business.
We're
and
here
give
to
you guys
build
a
a community, right, as well.
Exactly.
Because we want to open the door for people that want to genuinely move here and build something for themselves.
Exactly.
That's the aim, right?
It's a passion. The money comes after, but
exactly.
the fact, just educating you, like the information, I'm happy. I went to learn this.
Hey, somebody will charge for that information, you know.
I do charge. If you reach out to me, then I'll charge.
See the quality I'm bringing you guys.
You see how real I am? I'll charge. If you need to rush these questions, I look at them like, this is too long. Consultation. Consultation.
You see?
Simple questions I'll answer for free, or if I make a video, but I can't be out there answering everything. I don't have the time, busy.
I mean, honestly, a consultation is easier because then you get all your information in one rather than watch this video, then watch this video, then watch this video. So consultations.
And some of them is personal to you. You're not going to find it. You're not going to find the answer. But you just help them out. A lot of people wanted to know this leasehold whole, and I just demystified it for you guys. So they should thank you.
That's good. See?
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Donate $100 each to Dela.
Easy. I'll put my bank details in the description box for you. No, but thank you so much for taking the time to bring me out here and show me this amazing. I can't wait when I come back to see the wall and see what's happening here. I'm going to keep an eye on this project. I want people to see that you actually do your own thing here.
If you don't post this video before it's done, because within a week the work, I will send you a footage.
Okay, add to it.
So,
that'd be awesome.
So you guys can check the marks. And it's gonna be the wall. I will send it to you.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, guys, that is the end of today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you really do want to get one of these, a land or 2 or 3 or 5 or whatever you want to purchase, there's only 20 acres left. So reach out to me, Dela@moretodela.com, and I will give you the necessary information and pass you on to Rush, and you can make your purchase from there. I think that's it. If you have any more questions, put them into the comment section. I'll do my best to answer them. So if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Don't forget to also like, comment and share this video. Until next time, I am out. Nuti Fafa.